Sup nerds, I'm Tom. I'm going to talk to you all about these two new exit games that I played recently. Let's do it. The very first thing I'm going to say is obviously I'm going to do my best for there to be no spoilers in this video, but obviously if you clicked on a video like this, there's always a possibility that what I consider to be a spoiler and what you consider to be a spoiler isn't the same thing. So if I even tell you, oh, there's stuff in this box, you're like, I didn't want to know there was stuff in that box, then don't watch this video, spoiler warning, all that kind of stuff. And if you don't know what the exit games are, they are a self-contained, one-time only play, escape room in a box type of thing. We've actually, there's been tons of them. We've reviewed a bunch of them on our channel. You can go check out those other videos. The last one that I reviewed was the Catacombs of Horror. That one was kind of special. It was a lot bigger. It was like 2 parts in one, and it was like the hardest one that they've come out so far. They have this little rating system with 5 circles. That one had 4.5 out of 5, which is like, at that point, why don't you just make it 10, right? These ones don't really have anything that special like the Catacombs of Horror does. I mean, I guess, so there's Theft on the Mississippi and the Stormy Flight. Theft on the Mississippi does have, there's something gets stolen and you do have to solve a bit of a mystery. It's not just solving puzzles to get out of the room. You do have to solve puzzles in this one, but also it's solving puzzles to figure out who did the thieving. I think they also had a Murder on the Orient Express type one before. It was a similar type of thing. This is a 3 out of 5, and this is a 2 out of 5. And I have to say, I do kind of like the 2 out of 5 a little bit more. This one, the Exit on the Mississippi, or what is this? Yeah, Theft on the Mississippi. This one did have the single coolest reveal of a puzzle I've seen in this series so far. It's weird to say that I actually kind of like, in exits just in general, or in these escape room type things, I like the easier ones better because I'm not really, like, I've done a lot of them, so I've gotten kind of good at the puzzles a little bit, to an extent. You kind of know what they're going for a lot, you know what to look for. And it's not so much, I don't like these games to have the feel of, like, the challenge, like, yeah, I beat it, I figured it out, I worked really, really hard. I'm actually much more willing to look at the clue cards than a lot of the other people I play with are. Especially with new players. I do play these with new players all the time because it's a very different experience for them, right? If they're new to board games in general, or if they've never played the exit games, it's gonna be a cool thing. And they're gonna say, oh, you see how these line up? Whoa, it makes a 2, that's so cool. So I want them to be a little bit easier because I'm not for it for the, yes, we've solved it, we've beat the challenge, we won, we persevered. I'm in it for the reveal of the puzzles, for those aha moments, those there it is, and how easy or hard it was for me to come to that, I don't really care. I just want that feeling of, that's what that is. So I guess I prefer it to be easy to come to that, so that way, it doesn't slow down the game at the table. There's definitely times when I've played these games, and actually when I was playing this one, where there were some people at the table who start getting bored and kind of want to do something else and be like, how much longer is this, Like 3 out of 5 isn't all that hard, but this one, you just kind of ran right through it. Like, it was like, this puzzle, okay, I think I get this, okay, we only got stumped a couple of times. And there's also something cool in here too. Every one of these do have at least one puzzle where I'm like, wow, that is really cool. That's definitely different. That's something I haven't seen. There are a lot of puzzles where I'm like, I know what you're trying to do. I know where you're going with this. So I'm just going to go ahead and solve it because you had other puzzles in other exit games that were pretty similar. This one still had the single coolest one I've ever seen. And this one is also a bit of a story. They all are kind of like stories, right? This is like the plane is crashing. I think the captain had a heart attack or something. So you have to, he left all this series of riddles for you to open up this, to open up that, to open up this, to open up that. Uh-oh. Right as I was saying, open up too. It's crazy. It's so you can find the instructions on how to land the plane or some kind of something like that. Now all these do have stories, but some of them are weaker than others. Like, was it like the cabin or something? I think you were just going on vacation, going into a cabin and stuff. Like, when the story actually like makes sense with what we're doing, if it's just we're walking around a castle or a mansion, I don't feel like the story is really guiding us to do anything. But this, we felt like that time pressure, even though a lot of times when we play these, we don't time ourselves. But we felt that time pressure of like, oh, we're running out of fuel, we better hurry up and get this. Like, it all kind of fit thematically. I liked this. I'm just saying, I really liked this one a lot. This one was really fun. I'd still recommend both. It depends on what you what you want to get out of these, right? Like if you just want to have a good 2 hour or so experience with your friends, we're all having those really great aha moments and having a lot of fun, then get this one. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, get this one. If you really want to challenge yourself, get the Catacombs of Horror. But there isn't much more for me to say without getting into spoiler territory. I can tell you though that if you play these games, you should totally play them on your game topper table. Link in the description down below. But boom. Also in the description box down below, we're gonna have links for you to purchase these games. There's gonna be other videos to the other exit games that we've done. And while you're down there, you should definitely subscribe to our channel so you'll never be bored.